for their money for goods and services that you do not provide, well, you've broken the law. In the last 6 months, my sister has had plenty of time, plenty of chances, plenty of opportunities to come forward. What she's shown me is that she lied to me again. I wanted to believe that my sister was a good woman, that she was not the horrible monster that she was in her youth. I know that when she had her daughter, she started trying to be an honest person and a good person. But she just threw all that out the window. For the one person in the family who actually gives a shit about her and her fucking daughter. Does my mom actually care about Tara or her daughter? No, she doesn't. Does my older brother care about Tara or her daughter? No, he doesn't. Does Michael give a shit about Tara or her daughter? No, he doesn't. How the hell could Michael care about Tara or her daughter when he didn't care about his own kids enough to not sexually assault them? Now, it turned out it wasn't my niece that my little brother sexually assaulted. It was his stepdaughter. But then there's the fact that his actual daughter had a big-ass crush on me and Eric and had poor sexual boundaries. That's his actual daughter. So what are the chances that my little brother, Michael Allen Albert, is molested with them and got away with it? They're pretty goddamn good. So, if you get a phone number from 308-249-0173, again, 308-249-0173, do not answer, it's a scammer. Her name is Tara Hicks, and she's a relative. When I said the kids come first, I meant it. Well, you guys want to hide behind your kids and increase the safety risks against your kids by doing this. You fucked up. You fucked up. $1,800 is in the felony range, so my little sister is looking at prison time. Lucky for her, she does not have a penis, so she will probably be pampered like a motherfucker as always. That's right, we won't even allow a male homeless victim to turn in his predators. These people could have done the right thing, which is tell the truth. But no, they wanted to hide. And then when they realized that I recorded our calls and put them on YouTube because they were being fucking cowards and some people were dying, well, they sure as shit didn't like that and they wanted to play victim. You aren't the one who's having your life threatened. You're not the one being assaulted. You're not the one forced into homelessness. You're not the one that's forced to move over and over again. You're a piece of shit straight up. So's my little sister. My sister cared about the money. Once she got the money, she stopped pretending to care and stopped being in contact. No, not okay. And then, of course, there's the situation with Amanda DeMette. Where Amanda DeMette, knowing that my little sister was claiming those things happened, Amanda DeMette blew it off like it's no big thing. Oh, I don't give two shits, Amanda DeMette. Whether you treat it like it's a major thing or not, the fact is, at least you admitted it happened. Now Tara's going to have to come forward and put that shit in court. And so are you, Amanda. Y'all took advantage of the fact that I couldn't take care of myself. You took advantage of my finances. You took advantage of my time. You took advantage of my friendship. You took advantage of my trust. No, I don't trust anyone. If I give you trust, I'm giving it to you. You didn't earn it. My little sister didn't earn my trust. Matter of fact, with the history of my little sister and the things that she has done not just to me, but to other people, including being a complete and total klepto for a lot of years. Of course, then there's also my little brother who's got a history of theft. Who doesn't have a history of theft in my family? Me. I don't have a history of theft. I stole a pack of bubblegum once. I felt so bad about it, I took it back. I stole a pack of cigarettes from my mother once. I felt horrible about it, and I let her know who it was that took it. Of course, Eric smoked most of them, but he didn't get in any trouble. He's not the one that stole them, and of course, I took the blame. Always did. When it comes to being the older brother, I'm the older brother. I'm the one that protected Eric, not the other way around. When I was younger, he protected me physically. There was a couple times in California where if it hadn't been for my older brother, I would have been in for a world of hurt just because I was the wrong goddamn color in the wrong place at the wrong time. But through most of my life, I was victimized for having him as an older brother. There's the might makes right thing, and then the fact that every time he doesn't get his way, well, he'll start pulling the Jesus. Oh, he don't believe in Jesus the rest of the time. The rest of the time, he believes in treating people completely like shit. He's trained by treating people like shit. He doesn't feel loved unless people will let him treat them like shit. Well, I treat people like shit too now, don't I? But for good goddamn reason. Eric had every opportunity to take a look at the evidence or to even listen. And even that was too much for him. But he wanted things from me, didn't he? He wanted me to give him a ride to Grandma's funeral. Of course, I couldn't get a hold of him. Now, the one I really want to get a hold of is my Aunt Marcy. I'd like to get a hold of my Aunt Marcy and explain to her that I'm trying to go after both of her nasty-ass Chimo brothers. That's right. Matthew Delaplank and James Delaplank repeatedly raped and molested my Aunt Marcy growing up. Now, who is it that told me about that? My Aunt Marcy. Matter of fact, she told me that at my Uncle Matt's house. She came over to visit me, but she wasn't going to come over if Uncle Matt was there. Why wasn't she willing to come over when Uncle Matt was there? I wonder. I wonder. So, again, I'm going to tell you about a scammer. Her name is Tara Lee Hicks. Tara Lee Hicks. She lives in Chappell, Nebraska. She moved to Chappell from Sydney sometime in the last 6 months. The reason I know that she moved is because Amanda DeMette told me. Tara Lee Hicks' number, again, is 308-249-0173. You should have thought twice about that before you scammed me. Your fault, not mine. It is my choice to expose you predators on the internet because you had every chance and opportunity, if you were telling the truth, to put that shit in court, to make the calls with me that needed to be made. What did my sister want to do? She wanted to stumble around in a fucking meth-induced trance and do stupid shit with stupid people, including destroying evidence. Now, although I do take responsibility for that, it's not actually my responsibility. I didn't give him permission to erase an entire computer. I gave him permission to take a look and give me a bid. At the end of the day, between beating the living fuck out of that fucking little brat and speaking out, I chose to speak out. I chose to give him and my sister an opportunity. My sister wanted to make excuses for Ed. Oh, Ed didn't touch that computer. No. He absolutely touched that computer. Nora said he didn't. No. I have it recorded, him touching that computer. Yes, he touched both of my computers. I got a screenshot and the conversation with him, as well as in that conversation, you can hear me clicking the fucking camera. That's right, it makes an artificial shutter sound when you take a picture. Without help turning in my predators, I'm just going to be ignored, blown off, brushed off, and abused. If the things that my sister said to me were true, she should have absolutely nothing to worry about. If she lied to me, she's looking at a lot of time in prison. Tara's gotten away with quite a bit in my lifetime already. And unlike my mom, who I am told that I have to forgive fucking so many times. Oh, you just need to forgive her. No, I don't. I do not need to forgive unchanged behaviors. My mother chose not to be a mother. As an adult, good fucking riddance. She's probably the most evil person I know. She is worse than Ted Bollinger. My mother for certainly is worse than Ted Bollinger. Bollinger needed drugs to get what he wanted out of women. My mom just spread her legs. It's a lot easier for her. People are more likely to listen to her because she's a female. Ted Bollinger's not a female. He doesn't hold a candle to twisted, fucked up manipulators like my mother. Oh, not a chance in hell. I learned from the best. I grew up in the system. I didn't grow up with my mother. I spent some time living with her, but not much. Why? Because she couldn't stop ripping me off. She couldn't stop victimizing me. She couldn't stop stealing what is mine. She couldn't stop getting physically violent, and she couldn't stop macking on my friends. The way that my family protects sex offenders is fucking disgusting. How many sex offenders has my mother helped out since Natalie's death? Well, let's start off with her own dad, Brian Bruns. What other child molesters did she help out? Who is Brian Bruns' victim? My mom! That's right. My grandpa used to fuck my mom often. She used that to extort over $200,000 from him. Then she wanted to pretend that she cared about him right before he fucking died, because she wanted my Grandma Gross's house. My mom thought she was going to get this house for free. But no, my grandpa left it to his wife, Twyla. Twyla could not pay the taxes, so everything got auctioned. Wendell McPhee ended up with a couple of the paintings that my mom wanted. I wonder if they sold that Custer's Last Stand carving that my grandpa Gross made, or if it was ruined in the flood. I don't mean a great flood like in the Bible. I mean, nobody bothered to make sure the lines were winterized, and as a result, while she was living at the vacation home in Arizona, that's right, my grandpa owned 3 different houses that he lived in. 1 in Arizona and 2 in Nebraska. Who else did my mom help out as far as Chimos go? Well, that would be my little brother, Michael Allen Albert. When he molested his own daughter, my mom helped him to get away. Then let's talk about Andrew Witcher. Took advantage of me. Decided that drugs were more important than his own family, and so did his wife. And my mom helped them. I'm going to give you my sister's number one more time so you're aware of it. My little sister's number is 308-249-0173. She is a scammer. She takes advantage of the disabled. This is not okay. She ripped me off between her and her friend over $2,000 when you count in the cost of that. That drone. What are the chances that I'm going to get that drone back? Now, if we don't count the drone, we're still talking about over $1,800. This is felony range. The fact that she does it to family shows that she has no remorse. She has no conscience. She is a sociopath. Good people don't do shit like that. Good people don't rip somebody off, especially their own families. Tara takes after Mom. She spent more time with Mom than any of us. And yeah, Michael's kind of the golden child, can't do nothing wrong. But really, Eric's the one that my mom loves more than all of us. Eric is the one she cares about. My mom loved me when I was younger, or pretended to, until my nose grew. When I had a big nose, my mom no longer cared. My mom told me, Sean, you were my best looking kid till your nose grew. Thanks, bitch. Now, the situation with my mom, my sister spoke about that with me, and it's on my YouTube. Let's see what my mom has to say about it. Oh, nothing. She's gonna hide like the fucking rat that she is. I'm supposed to have the right to face my accusers. Every American is. But I've been denied those rights because there's nobody in my corner. Nobody actually cares. My family are a bunch of scammers and a bunch of skeezers, like I told you. I gave my sister a chance. I gave my mom a chance. I gave my older brother Eric a chance. I gave all of these people chances. What did they do with those chances? Took advantage of me, betrayed my trust, and showed me that we've never been family. I love my sister, but I love my niece more. Also, the example needs to be set. Tara needs to go to prison. The example needs to be set that it is not okay to do these things to people. These things are highly illegal, and they do absolutely 100% need to be turned in. So, as always, I have to try to find somebody to help me to turn it in. When cops try to interrupt me, I need somebody to interrupt them and say, hey, you need to listen to him. You need to take this seriously. The things that they do when it's just me, they don't do when there's somebody else there. That shows that they're changing the rules and doing illegal things. If the rules are different when it's just me than they are when somebody else is there, well, which one of those is their protocol? Is it their protocol to victimize the victim like they do when you're alone? I've never seen an exploded battery before. That's kind of cool looking. Although I'm going to close it because it's probably not healthy. I can smell I don't even know how to describe it. It's not a familiar smell to me. Apparently whatever they got in the batteries is not something that I have smelled before or haven't smelled in recent years. I need to find somebody who can make these calls with me. There's plenty of homeless people. They got plenty of time on their hands out here, but are they sober? Probably not. Are they sane? Probably not. God bless America, though, right? Anyway, I don't have the money to go anywhere. I'm burning up gas because I need to have access to my phone. So I'm down to half a tank. I didn't get any sleep last night, and I probably won't get any sleep. I will probably end up passing out. I mean literally passing out. Where your body says, I fucking quit, and your brain says, I fucking quit. If it's a good morning, I've been able to sleep from 4:30 a.m. until 9 a.m. That's if it's a good morning. If it's a morning like this one, I didn't get any sleep. I was too busy having anxiety attacks. It shouldn't be this impossible for an at-risk adult to turn in their predators. I'm going to give you Tara's number one more time. I want to make sure that you guys have it memorized. If you see it come across your phone, block that shit. Tara's number is 308-249-0173. If you're going to scam disabled people and you're going to take advantage of homeless people, well, you go on my shit list. You go on Santa's naughty list. If Terry gave a shit about my niece, she would have come forward about this shit and helped me to turn it in. Tara doesn't give a shit about her own fucking daughter. If she did, she would have come forward with this. But she didn't, did she? Nope. First thing she started doing is backtracking, because her first lie didn't stick. As soon as I posted that up on the internet, she got back a hold of me. She was like, no, it wasn't like that. It was like this. Well, okay. I posted that up in the next video. The first time she claimed that she was going to the cops, that she had gone to the cops. And then when I called her out on it, she's like, oh, I didn't mean to, typo error. Okay, maybe it is, maybe it ain't. She said that the part where she said that she had gotten a hold of the cops was a typo. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. The thing is, I'm being victimized because my sister lied. I had to make my decisions, just like with all these other people. I had to make my decisions based on the information I had. I want to believe my sister. The information that I was given was that my little sister was being threatened. Threatened and harassed into not helping me. Now, either she was threatened and harassed into not helping me, or she ripped me off. In either event, her ass is getting dragged into court. I plan on dragging all these people into court. But before I can do that, I have to be able to make a police report, and because I am called mentally ill, I am not allowed to do it alone. It will not be heard. It will not be investigated. That's the problem with having to trust fucking idiots. Like Amanda Demet, who was only after some dick because she wanted to leave her husband. Well, it's a good thing that while she was trying to run around and cheat on her husband, doing the same thing that Stephanie Mejia did, obviously, her husband paid for all of her shit. Unlike Stephanie Mejia, however, Corey has never tried to get a hold of me. Corey has never once tried to get a hold of me. He's never once tried harassing me or threatening me. Stephanie Mejia, with her bullshit, no, she created a bunch of drama for me and did not help. I tried to chat her up a bit, the little bit of stuff that she did. I tried to give people positive reinforcement for the trivial shit that they did, but it's their lack of follow-through. If you're going to claim later on that I slandered your name, well, keep in mind Natalie Bollinger tried that too. What did I say about Natalie? I said her daddy molested her, in her own words. Yes, her own words. Maybe you should have thought about that. Natalie didn't want to tell the truth because she was embarrassed and she was a fucking junkie. You know what? I still help out addicts in real life every day. I also get victimized every day. On the bright side, though, I'm all by myself. None of these other people are going to understand. I need you to make the calls with me. Not in 6 months, not in 6 years. Now. I don't need you to make calls for me. I need you to make them with me. That lady here in town who's kind of sort of trying to help. I mean, she is trying to help. But the help that I need is for someone to make the calls with me. To show me where these services are at. That's what I need. Telling me where it's at doesn't help me out in the least bit. Telling me I should ride the bus, well, I don't have enough money to ride the fucking bus. I've had to live off of a $21 Starbucks card for the last few days, and I'm glad that I had that Starbucks card. Anyway, the way the police treat the homeless and the disabled, you have to have someone. When you try to turn this shit in, you have to have someone, no matter what crime it is, you have to have someone. There has to be someone actively involved. With the police and Megan Missigatis, you know what? That shit needs to come out too, because Megan Missigatis obviously is not an advocate. Obviously she wanted to take advantage of me. Obviously her prestige was more important. Now she's a volunteer. You'd think that as a volunteer that she would volunteer because she's a good person who actually cares. Well, if you actually care, you listen to the fucking victim and you help him turn it in. You don't say it's not your fucking job. You're a volunteer. You're a volunteer. No, it's not your job. I agree with you. It's not your fucking job. The cops shouldn't have pretended that it was your job. And you shouldn't have pretended like it was a job. You should not have tried calling yourself an autism advocate when you don't advocate for autistic people. And of course, after driving off, I gotta go back around in circles because I am against leaving litter in my parking lot. It is my litter. It is my cup. I set it outside of my door last night so that it would cool off. And then my dumbass did what? Drove off without it. Bad idea. Yeah. People should have thought about it before playing head games. They should have thought about what they were saying to me before saying so. They should have listened to the victim instead of victimizing the victim. They should have looked at evidence instead of abusing me and throwing shit in my face that they never looked at any evidence for. So now, I gotta go, and I guess I'll try to check the change machines and try to get enough for coffee, and hopefully I can get my computer working. 6 years of trying to show this evidence, and most of the evidence that I have now is evidence that I've been trying to get help this entire fucking time, and I've been fucking lied to and manipulated every step of the fucking way. No, I can't trust you if you're going to fucking manipulate me. I can't trust you if you're going to habitually lie at me. And that's the problem. Is that disabled and homeless men, especially autistic, we're murdered by your wives' tales. We're murdered because of your mythology about autism. Mythology about what all men are supposed to be. What all men are. There seem to be an awful lot of women who want to post up about how a real man is basically a woman's slave. Oh, let's flip these fuckers off. We're driving by the fucking Hood River City Hall. Fucking pigs. When you allow a disabled person to be abused, when you go out of your way to knowingly, willingly, and intentionally assist their abusers, well, you done fucked up, little girlie. You done fucked up. If the things that Tara said were not true, she's going to prison. If they are true, well, something needs to be done about it. In either event, I'm the one at least trying to do something about it. Oh yeah, and you guys are pathetic cowards too. I wanted to make sure I pointed that out. That is important. People want to keep on sending me friends requests saying that they care and they'll help me, and then all they do is type that they're fucking sorry. Fuck you, get off my goddamn Facebook. You're a piece of shit, Becca Lott. Beccalott. She's one of many people that offered to help me and wanted to send me friend requests and pretend like they cared, and of course I've given her plenty of opportunity to get off my goddamn Facebook. Now I gotta expose the shit out of her too. Fun. I don't want to leave my car because I don't want to get my shit stolen. I can't carry my shit all over the fucking place because my fucking back is fucked. But you know what? That all makes it fine, doesn't it? That makes it okay to fucking victimize me because I can't take care of myself. It must be okay. No, this is not fucking okay. One more time, I'm going to tell you my sister's number just to make sure that you have it. If you get a phone call from 308-249-0173, it's my little sister. She is a manipulator. Do not attempt to engage with her. Call the police immediately. Good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.